Hey now everyone, it's Sievers for Bionic Buzz. We're here at San Diego Comic-Con 2024 in the press room for The Tower, starring Bella Thorne. We'll be talking to the cast and crew, so stay tuned. But before we get started, make sure to hit that subscribe button. So yeah, tell us about this world in The Tower, you know?
Yeah, it's a dark, kind of twisted view of small towns. It's definitely almost like the lead character is sort of bullied. He's kind of an outsider, so he's got kind of an Edward Scissorhands type feel to him. And it's definitely a world where I emphasized the bad parts of small town life. Living in a small town in America could be lovely in many ways, but there's also some closed-minded views and that type of thing. And he hates it, and he wants to get out, but he hasn't found any real sort of motivation to do so until he one day discovers a mermaid living in the water tower who wants to eat him. But
as mermaids actually are do.
Yeah, but he, they end up getting to know each other. She decides not to, and so then she provides him with a reason to leave.
I saw on Bella's Instagram, I mean, they had her in the mermaid costume, and how was that filming that?
I mean, it was a challenge.
Yeah.
I have a lot of respect for Bella. I mean, she not only had to say a bunch of lines, because I tend to write very dialogue-heavy stuff, but she had to say a bunch of lines wearing essentially a big condom over her legs and in cold water. So, I mean, she killed it.
Awesome. All right, so tell us about your character in The Tower.
Yeah, he's I don't know. He's the masculine guy who kind of hides everything under his masculinity, hides the loneliness, his deep secrets, and at the end of the day, I think he's just a lost, confused man who, like a lot of people are, they could be struggling, right?
I'm lost and confused right now.
I always am. Generally, someone's got to point me in the direction. And then he takes advantage of situations where he probably shouldn't, and sometimes that comes and bites you in the ass.
How was the filming? Did you do any swimming or anything?
No, I didn't actually have to do any swimming. Because I can't reveal too much, especially with the director right there. No, I didn't do too much swimming. Let's leave it at that.
Okay, cool, man. Thank you.
Thank you.
So tell us about your character on The Tower.
All right. Well, I play a young man named Billy Owens, and he's from a small town, somewhere in Arkansas, and he's kind of a goth, like misfit.
Oh, really?
Yeah, kind of outcast, sort of Edward Scissorhands type guy.
Is it kind of going back to your Lords of Chaos? I mean, I love that movie, man.
We can only hope that I'm always trying to go back there in any way I can.
Well, what was it like filming that movie? I mean, that was because that's a crazy true story.
That was wild, actually, because I'm a big fan of black metal. The director, Jonas Åkerlund, he's from Scandinavia. He knew a lot of those guys. He was the original drummer of Bathory, I believe. So it was really, we just immersed ourselves in black metal for like 3 months, which is like the best vibe of all time. But,
awesome, man. Well, thank you so much, man. Well, so tell us about the story of this. What attracted you to be a producer on it?
Well, I've worked with Adam on his previous project, Nandor Ford and the Talking Mongoose, so we sort of quite often work together. Because where I sort of obviously understand the traditional modelling of sort of financing films, my sort of lean is very much towards the back end of marketing and promoting films, which you need the help for the small films, so they sort of stand out amongst the myriad that are coming out.
It's great to be here at San Diego Comic-Con with so many fans and press,
Yeah, absolutely, and it's a great experience to come down. We came down 2 years ago with Nandor as well. We had Minnie Driver and Ruth Connell on our panel, and it was another small independent movie that had a panel for 4,000 people,
nice. Which
is crazy, really, absolutely crazy.
Last year at San Diego Comic-Con, I got to cover the Chasing Amy, which you worked as a producer on. What was it like working on that?
I don't think I'll ever have another project like that. That was the most heartfelt thing I've ever seen in my life. I mean, I've worked with Kevin Smith for a very long time. It's just how I got kind of involved in that. But yeah, the Q&As that were happening with that film, the amount of tears.
Yeah.
And the whole swing for that film was how Chasing Amy changed someone's life.
Absolutely.
And then you have people coming up to you at the end of the Q&A saying, are you aware that this film is going to save somebody's life?
Absolutely.
And we had two parents in one particular screening, different parents, different families, of two transgender children who were like, this is everything. This could save my child's life because they're so confused right now.
Yeah.
I've yeah, I know Sav, whose story it is, very, very well, and it was, it's been emotional. It's a great film. So that's releasing in at the end of the year. So we've got that coming out to theatres.
Oh, awesome.
Great.
Well, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me. Keep up the amazing work.
Thank you very much indeed.